Hi, everybody. A great new tool to try out is Shadow Puppet from the makers of Seesaw. It is super easy to use. And this is one of those apps that it's kind of like Screencastify, but you can do everything right from your phone. So you take photos of your content, and then it's almost like a slideshow that you can narrate and then push it right out to students. And I was actually reading the reviews of this on Common Sense Education, good for grades 2 through 12, and pretty slick. So as a teacher, any teacher can use this, but if you want to use it with students, have them create something on an iPad or their parent's phone, kids can actually use this to make some great stuff too. Karen Gilmour, LCE second grade teacher, is here to show us a little bit more about this. Karen, take it away.
Hi, David. This is just something that I've used, when we've gone on field trips is how I first started using it, where I would just take a collection of photos, quickly put it into a slideshow and add text and even music and send it off to the parents. Okay. But I've found for home instruction, it's also been a good tool that I can add pictures from the textbook. I took pictures of the story they were reading, and then I could actually pose questions on those specific pages. And then I pushed that out to them to have them think about, like, what do you think is happening on, this picture? Some of the comprehension questions that I would normally ask them, I could also add those to pictures of text.
Nice. So it sounds like it's almost like a screen recording or Screencastify, but you do it on your phone, and it's done with kind of like photographs that you then narrate. Is that kind of how it's put together?
Yeah. So it's a little, for me, it's just been easy to do right off my camera roll.
Okay.
So for example, we've been learning about arrays in my class, and so we've been taking lots of walks during the stay at home time that we're having. So like this morning I just found a bunch of pictures on our walk of different arrays and was going to quickly put it into a little slideshow and send it off to my students.
Sounds great. Let's take a look.
Okay, so when I'm using Shadow Puppet, I go to create new. Then I'm going to be selecting photos from my camera roll. And if you go up to the search button, I go down to my recents. And I want to do a little video for my students about arrays. So I've taken some pictures on a walk. So I'm just going to select a few of the pictures that I found on my walk. And I always include my dog, that she's been kind of part of the home instruction. Then once I have all of my pictures, they've put them in the order that I selected them, then I'm going to create a text or a title for my video. So I'm just going to call this arrays. And I can fool around with the text to get it. I kind of want to get it in one line. So I have arrays, and it could be zooming in or out. And then I hit the check button so it's saved. Then it's going to ask me that if I want to record. So if I want to add a voice to it, I'm just going to hit start. Hi, boys and girls. This is just a little video about arrays. I found different arrays on my walk this morning. And then I can click the arrow button to show them the different pictures.
All the while,
I can ask them.
This is recording your narration here, right?
Yes, and I can also I can ask them questions. So I can say, do you notice an array here in this picture? Look at this array. This is a much more difficult array. I'd have to be counting here for a while. And there really are arrays everywhere. We notice them all around us. Said I can even notice an array on the chair out by my pool. Arrays on the fence. And then I usually end a video with my dog or something, just saying, Stella hopes you had fun learning about arrays. And then I can save my recordings. And then it will ask me if I want to add it like to Seesaw or if you had a Twitter account or an email, you can email it or just copy the link and you can share it with your students.
Because this is made by Seesaw, it pushes out automatically to that app. But probably for a lot of teachers, they'd use just copy link and then place that inside of Google Classroom or in an email or something like that.
My families are on Seesaw, so that's been an easy way to share pictures and different things we're doing in class. And this has just been easy to do right off my camera roll.
Basically, you could have done this on your morning walk and shared a lesson out with your students all from your phone, right?
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Very cool. Karen, thank you very much for showing this off to us. I think this is going to be something that probably a lot of people might like. And not just for primary kids, which obviously this is kind of tailor-made for primary, but I was reading around some other places where, if we have older students, they could actually use this app to, create some assignments, create some work for class. Tech team will obviously be available if anybody has any questions about this, but Karen, you are our guru right now with this. So thank you very much for showing this off.